Yeah. People welcome and rising. Mhm. Welcome, my people. I salute you. Thanks for joining. Yeah. Mhm. I feel better than now. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to share this. Yeah, we can start off. My brother, I salute you. I wonder about Gio, Uche, Makatula, Masarachi, Machuku, Abevis. Guys, so I'm trying to share this in our WhatsApp groups. After we Chetana, man, we did now, or maybe you are just following us on Jelly Speaks. You know, they struck the page, so I haven't been using it. I haven't been using it, so you may not be able to get me online whenever I'm online. We only got it because I'm streaming on multiple platforms. Okay, Elvis, I salute you. Mhm. So let me just use a moment to share this in the WhatsApp group. So we'll begin in earnest. Mhm. We are going to start in the next 30 seconds. Guys, you can help share the stream, invite friends and family to join us. I think we are almost good to go. Mhm. Final greetings. Now fasten your seatbelt. And add come out. We are going to put that to test now. We are going to put it to test. Okay. We are going to put it to test. All right. Mhm. And I'm going to uh, bring every everyone on board, every and anyone who wants to contribute to the program. My dear, check your phone. Example, I greet you. When you seem to that, power now, I greet you. My people, thank you everyone for being a part of this program this morning. We are streaming on multiple platforms on YouTube, Ijele Speaks, the YouTube channel. On Facebook, we are on Undiluted Truth and Ijele Speaks. So join us. So I thank you everyone for being a part of the program this wonderful morning. This program is going to serve as a sequel to the program I did yesterday, which the criminals reported and it was censored by Facebook on Undiluted Truth. When I ended the video, it was like 6:37. Under 1 minute, 1 hour, it was 2,000 something. Then they put a label over it. But that being said, we are still going to read the message, but I will not put the photo here for long. Now, for those of you who don't know what happened, these IPOB criminals went and killed, they abducted so many people from Olu area. They are operating within Olu or so and environs. Now, even some places in Olu local governments, but mostly in Osu and Olu. The governor of Imo State, Governor Odumo, in keeping to his promise to his people, getting government to the downtrodden, like you can criticize the governor legitimately and I will have no problem with it. I'm just saying this to Adam Barriers. Let me say it, from the onset, Anambra State is a state I owe so much to. I was born in Onitsha, and the doctor I was delivered in his hospital is an Anambra, Dr. Tim Menakaya of Menax Hospital, the famed Menax Hospital in Onitsha. So, from birth, I've owed Anambra State even before I took my first breath. I schooled there. That's the place I spent most of my life, like at a go, is in Anambra State. So many things I know today. If I was born in my state, I'm not think I will know them. All right. If I was born in Owerri, I'm not sure I would have turned out to be the man I am. This is not belittling Owerri. Owerri is the most beautiful city in the entire southeast. If you have any other city, please, I would like to take their names. But what I'm saying is what I'm saying is in terms of like how boys grow up there, the spirit, the type of people you meet in Onisha, you had opportunity to mix up with the families of industrialists, businessmen, teachers, other civil servants, the military, the police, all this, and the culture there made us all. When you see people born in Onisha, people who grew up in Anambra, they are very tenacious in everything they do because the city is a melting point for the entire southern Nigeria, except for the southwest to great extent. But we are talking about the Midwestern region, the entire South, and the Southeast. Onitsha is an important. So I owe Anambra State that debt of gratitude, and forever I will remain grateful. That being said, when I see anything going wrong in Anambra State, for that same love, I am going to speak out. Okay? I am going to speak out. So, in Imo State, the governor gave food aid to the people, and these criminals that Nnamdi Kanu gathered and is using to do the political wills of the majority of people who make up the entire Igbo political class of today. And as an Igbo man, you are not expected, rather you are expected to pretend that IPOB is a noble organization, that Nnamdi Kanu was fighting for anything, like for the good of Ndi. You are supposed to believe that anything Biafra is real, whether fathom or real. You have to admit, you don't need to criticize it, say anything, because it's for the good of the people. Now, how can something that is for the good of the people be taking the lives of the same people because those people took something from their government? What they ate is their money. All right? What they ate is their money. If ESN and IPOB, let me block one Abam, please. If you see any Abam here, let me know. If you see any Abam, let me know. Now, if you love your people, you would be calling on other governors. I keep repeating this. Okeze Bazu, the governor of Abia State, Nnamdi Kanu State, the worst state in the southeast, hands down. The worst state, one of the worst states in Nigeria, the only states that state is competing with are Kogi State, Benue State, Taraba. Imagine when your state is being compared with Otom, like the most useless Nigerian alive today. Unarguably the most impotent man. He even blamed his sexual non-performance on the administration of Buhari. He was widely publicized that he can't get good erection, thinking about Fulani herdsmen, when their people are the ones killing their own people just to score a cheap political point. Okay? Sorry, guys. Just to score a cheap political point. Don't take my word for it. Ask, read Benue English, not Benue Dingos. Ask people from Benue State. Okay? Ask people from Benue State, and they will tell you what this guy is doing. Salad. Imagine a governor owing salaries. Like you are receiving money every month. The money you are receiving, I'm not talking about internally generated revenue. I'm not talking about the resources that are leaving your state. You say election, but yes. I'm not talking about the resources that are leaving your state. Natural resources that you and the people who put you in power are mine. Do you know how rich Benue State is? But their governor is like the most useless man in Nigeria. But that's the person you compare with other state government. If these people are for the good of our people, they would be encouraging other state government to set up a similar program where the poor, especially this planting season, this is the planting season in Igbo land, our agricultural base is very, very small. The Southeast has the least performing agricultural lands. Even though we have one of the best weathers you can get in Nigeria, the Southeast and the South-South, it doesn't get better than these two regions. The difference in the two weathers are not too much, and they are good for agriculture, that you can plant anything, anytime, from morning till night, and nothing will happen. January to December. January to December. But we are not performing. Ask anyone in the village right now. If you send like 10,000 naira to someone in the village, you will see the way you will be thanked. Call anyone in the village right now. See how hunger is disturbing everyone, because we later transitioned from real economy to the financial system, which is exactly what killed Europe. Do you know why Europe is bleeding? And the people they are fighting with are not. In fact, those people now don't want to send food to them. Look at both pictures. It is southern Nigeria and northern Nigeria. This one, financial economy. This one, real economy. Because you are trading in things. You are planting. You have food. You have food. And not for the people. That's why some people say, oh, what type of soup can you use 10,000 naira to cook? Come to Abuja. Abuja, wealthier than many cities in Nigeria except for Lagos. Yet, food is very cheap. If Abuja was in the southeast, believe me, 1 kilogram of rice will be going for at least 3,500 naira. But Abuja in East Beauty, in East Wealth, Kano State in East Wealth has more food. Okay, the financial system we pursue, what has it given to us? Nothing. Instead, it gave rise to greed that youth don't want to work again. You don't see youth going into the market. Those days, my own father was the one that restrained me from following my mates into main market when they started. Well, I started sneaking out and going to main market to hustle. Because I need money, I know the type of lifestyle I'm living. I know the type of life I want to live for myself. I looked around, look at my siblings, look at my parents, look at my environment. I said, well, I'm not going to be like this. And if I am going to be living this life, I must do everything to get money. Then when I'm doing the legal things, I move into the market. You meet all these people in the street you're discussing with. You tell them, oh, I will come to your shop. You go to their shop. You go there, you discuss about football. When everywhere, like you see people, if people start pouring into the market, you take some of the merchandise, go outside, sell them. You sell them, you make money. That way you start learning how to build, learning how to survive on your own. If I told you how old I was when I was surviving on my own, outside of my parents at the time, they didn't even know where I was. That spirit is dead. That's why farming is dead. How many people are going to farm this year? You just put your money in the bank, doing what? Nothing. If you invest 500,000 naira in farming, from now to the next 14 months, the money you will get from your farm produce, I am talking to people in the southeast, the money you will get from your farm, from your harvest, when you sell your crops, the money you will get there will be more than like what the interest you are going to get from that money if you left it in the bank. How much is the interest the bank interest rate? Now, if you invest 500,000 naira in farm, I'm talking about from seeding to labor. That is those that will clear the whole farm, and the people that will plant it, every damn thing. But we don't have that thing in the southeast. Right now, if you give someone a quarter bag of rice, do you know how they will thank you? Now, the governor realized this thing, and there is hunger, there is near famine. Something that never happened in our history. Our ancestors never had that. I'm coming, guys. 1 minute. Sorry. Something our ancestors never experienced. Do you know why they never experienced famine? Because everyone knew that if you don't plant, you don't eat. Unless you want to remain a slave to those that are planting. Why do you think all these evil strong men woke up and started seizing lands? It's because food is the number one security for every society. Some of us, I do look at our people, they say, yeah, we need to learn Oyibo culture. Oyibo people, you see them, they have garden. What, so your ancestors never had backyard gardens? What do you call your oba where you store your this thing, yams and the mwala? What do you call those things? Those are your gardens. But ever since we left all these things, we now have shortage of food. Short supply of a commodity means what? It will be expensive. You see why we are complaining about food. Now we have a governor who realized this and the agricultural sector of Imo State has taken a massive boost since the other palm is getting revived. I don't know if they've bought all those trucks, all those farm equipment, all those tractors that I told them to buy. I wrote that policy in case anybody in the villa is listening. I wrote those things, and I want them that will be farming in 2022. We need to buy these things. I listed the countries, including Brazil. And I believe when those things come home, Imo State and Ebonyi State will get their own fair share. Straight, yes, that's the importance of being in the ruling party. And that is how to play politics. Politics of intelligence. Politics of bridge building. Politics of truth. Okay? This one say you don't leave Nnamdi Kanu issue. Now issue they talk so. Now in ESN. And that leave is L-E-A-V-E, not L-I-V-E. This one is life or live, like living. Okay? Are you understanding me? Are you getting it? There must be an advantage to being in a ruling party, and Imo and the Ebonyi State must feel that sense of belonging. That is politics. Okay? I'm coming. Let me block one akpa. One anụmanụ nkịta na-ara nne. This one say ode n'Igbo, ode Ejiji. Now this guy where one tipper driver they fuck him mother. Tipper driver fuck him mother. Make I show you on Facebook account. Watch out. Tipper driver fuck him mother, fuck him two sisters. This being the way they see like this. In mama, after I go say make I know they talk about person mama. This fool make I begin naming mother boyfriends before she died. Before she died, she miserably died. Well, that's not what we are here for. Let me be blocking you. All right? You must belong. And all this nonsense they've used to confuse India to put all their eggs in one basket. Well, we are already seeing what the damage propaganda is doing already. Back to the base of the issue. The governor gave rise to these Igbo women. What did Nnamdi Kanu's ESN do? What did his ESN do? They went there, grabbed those women, killed them. We found 4 already. Killed them, dumped their body around St. Paul's, Iyoma. Iyoma is still the same place. In Iyoma, you know what? You people, I've seen you in your evil. Judging by someone that grew up in Onitsha. My father's then landlord in Ejika Street, number 9 Ejika Street. I love you say Ejika is his name. That man, I never got to know him very well before he passed on, and the day he died, it made news in the entire neighborhood. Ndị Tono Okuba a na-ekwu ka dara n'ahịa Mugambo na 1990. Nwoke a dọsụ daa collapse n'ahịa Mugambo. Okay. That man, I know what Iyoma people did to his family. It is not only Iyoma man, I know that their people ganged up, tried to destroy. Some of them they destroyed, and you watch them, you see the joy they derive in doing this thing. Go and ask Ndi Iyoma that are in Obo reach her. Go and ask them. Pharmaceutical lines on Isha, pharmaceutical line, Lagos Island. Don't take my word for it. Call anyone you know there, and they will give you stories after stories after stories. How Iyoma people, do you know how many of them that use NTLEA to destroy the business of their own people? Do you know how many of them that destroyed the businesses of their own brothers? Now it is beginning to manifest on a greater scale. I have nothing personally against Ndi Iyoma, because my father's landlord was so kind to him. You will never know the distinction between him and his tenants, doing all kinds of good. I will forever remain grateful based on the stories my father told me about him, and some of them I saw. I remember those days, all whenever he's coming in, all of us will run. This man, I don't know where he got this stuff from, because we will all surround him. He will be begging to go upstairs. Okay? But I know what they did to the man and his family. You people can't deny it. I'm talking about Hyginus Emenike. Those of you from New York, I'm talking about Hyginus Emenike. When he was, the day he was buried, the whole of Iyoma shut down. The whole place shut down. So let's not pretend as if this is something new. And all those people around the Olu area, these people, most of their leaders have not changed since the days of slavery. Most of the slavery that happened around Amigo and all these places, people from Olo played a huge part in it, and they've not changed. When you are talking about people who sold Iguano and Co, I'm talking about these people. Okay? I'm talking about those people. They are still the ones controlling things. That's why they allow this evil to be happening on their soil, and they will be deceiving their people with something else, lying their youths to their graves. Now, Ebony State boys who are more loyal to Chinas and Wolu, because they don't even know if they can confuse people from Olu, and also how much more people from Ebony State. Again, I have nothing against the Ebony people. But when we are talking about development and civilization, we go to them last. My grandmother is from Ebony State, from Igu. You see why I take it personal with Chinas and Wulu and Benjamin Madibu. Okay? Have you seen it? Because they are lying to these children from them, those youths, killing them off. And that's my grandmother's local government area. They are emptying of youths, of muscles. Benjamin Madibu is there enjoying, telling them that a freedom fighter does not live at home and does not marry, does not have children. When he has children with multiple women, now only one woman born for Benjamin Madibu. But why are they lying? You see that nothing these people is doing is for the betterment of our people. Everything, every damn thing Nnamdi Kanu has done from the day he started this Biafra has been hurting our people from day one till now. Show me a single thing he has done to better the lives of Igbo. Those of you that are his supporters, I will post the link here. I will post the link so you come on and educate me. They killed innocent people. Okay? Killed innocent women. Look at this one now saying Biafra child. You said you don't know how you are prepared. Prepared to do what? Prepared to kill women? To kill women? You are not even ashamed of yourself. And you had to go with guns because those women are beating you people like fools. You are not ashamed. And an armed man, like a man going, a group of men going to beat up women, is a disadvantage already on its own. It's absurd to hear. and you use guns to abduct women, and somehow we don't know how you are prepared. Well, you people prepare like bitches, because if you prepare for anything, every army position will be going up in flames. All right? Okay? You people are just morons. Let me be blocking Omumpana. You people are morons, cowards. I came to Owerri, dared you people to come out. Nobody showed face. I came to Owerri, dared you morons, you scallywags, to show face. Nobody showed face. 5 good days. 5 good days. Giving you out my positions, telling you where I am. This one said, well, so what have you done? Okay, let me tell you. I exposed Nnamdi Kanu's fraud to Ndibu. I made Ndibu know that IPOB is a private business. It's named IPOB Worldwide Limited. IPOB, I'm coming, Worldwide Limited. I made Ndibu to know that Nnamdi Kanu was not going to give them any Biafra in 2020 as he promised. Let me be blocking Umwe as he promised. I made Ndibu know that Emmanuel Kanu is the same person as Emma Powerful, and he'll be lying to you. I made Ndibu know that Nnamdi Kanu's mother did not die during Python dance. I made Ndibu to know that the person leading them, telling them to kill policemen, the sister is in the police. Nnamdi Kanu, Enugu command. Enugu command, I don't know why they've not transferred that dirty rag to somewhere else. Transfer her out of Igboland. Let me be blocking Umogogo. All right? Thank you so much, my brother. I made him realize the falsehood that is IPOB Worldwide Limited. I made him realize that the Fulani herdsmen killings you have been hearing about are being committed by IPOB. The beheadings, everything. Now, ever since they captured Nnamdi, have you heard about Fulani herdsmen killing? Have you heard about the killings anymore? But the killings are still going on. To show you what? That the Fulanis were not people doing it. Check all the places those killings were happening. They've all been proven to be just the same places housing ESN camps, or that close proximity to their camps. They are the ones doing the killings. Didn't you see it with the mass graves? And also you do. Huh? Let me be, please, I don't want to miss any blocking. Didn't you see it with the horror kitchen, where I told you the people beheading people, the people killing all these people, you see their body parts strewn across the land? Who told you that? You're asking me what I've done for Ndibo. Really? Really? I met many Ndibo who don't even know the power their governments have. All right? All right? I made Anambra State to be an oil producing state. I myself, very pivotal. Now, let me show you how. Do you remember when I circulated a video where people, that video was on that Telespeaks TV they took down? Do you remember when that place where one boy showed where they do this thing, gather crude oil for one place for inside Anambra? Huh? Me. I sent that video to someone for inside Villa. To somebody for inside Villa. All right? And it got to the president's table. I could have used it to blackmail the people doing the thing, and I would tell them, I know so person, I know so person. If you think it's a lie, ask a question in the Villa. And they will ask the person will say, yes, we actually know him. Why didn't I go to take the money? People have been drilling your oil. From the time we were in primary school, we'll be hearing that, oh, oil exploration in Anambra Basin. Anambra Basin. They say, oh, they are still exploring. Why they are announcing that they are exploring, people are selling it. Selling the whole oil, pocketing the money and using it to build armies around themselves. They can topple any governor they like. And you want to bring what? Huh? You want to say, what have I done for Ndib? Are you okay? Are you okay? Show me again. I'm asking you. ESN only received money from Nnamdi and Co. last November. Okay? Last November was the very first time. I mean, from the day they were in volunteer force, Lion Squad, DSS, and ESN. Now the same people, they go to kill them, they go to recruit new people. It was up until November last year, we are talking about 5 months ago, that they received money. That they received money. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? That he himself is at the heart of everything. He also did not. Why did Weja go to rob that traditional ruler supporting you people? Why did Weja go? Weja knew that these guys mistreated the also stole his money. Stole his money. Okay? That's why Weja changed. Without my input, those boys wouldn't know what's going on. I single-handedly destroyed this fraud. How much you want bet? Before, oh, you know, go come Nigeria. You know, go come. How much you want bet? Huh? We see one bingo. This one said, you know, come Abuja, I will beat you. Mpama, come to the court. Back to what we were saying. Nnamdi Kanu set up these people. They've been killing people, eating people, stealing people's vehicles, selling the vehicles papers like I've been telling you before. Who told you that one? Who told you? Of course, I started to deal with them now. I started to deal with them. You expose that one too. And with all these things that is happening, the new governor of Anambra State is now telling us that he is oblivious of the crimes Nnamdi Kanu is being charged with. Seriously? Where has this man been? Where have this man been all this while? Where has he gone? Was he living on the moon? Huh? Has he been living on the moon that he doesn't know the crimes Nnamdi Kanu is being charged with? Is this what he's trying to tell us? Let me block one bingo, because if you know bet money, we know that talk. Eh? He doesn't know. Where was he during NSAS? Where was Soludo during NSAS when Nnamdi was calling for the killing of policemen, burning of police stations? Is he trying to be political about this issue? Then he is just an upgraded version of Obiano. All these things you'll be hearing, Soludo, solution, this and that, is a vacuous slogan if this guy is not going to work. Now he's setting, do you know the amount of people he set up to investigate, to know what is going on? Do you know how he bought the Charlie Boy, Bianco Juku, this one, that? You mean something I know sitting in my house? The former CBN governor, a career politician, ever since he left office. A career politician that has access, that has access to people who will give him information of what is happening in every local government area in Anambra State. I can get you a photograph from every single local government headquarters in Anambra State before the sun goes down. Because I will call people from every local government that say, man, go there, get this photo for me. I can do that, and somehow Soludo doesn't know what is going on. And Soludo doesn't know. Let me be blocking Umwewu. And Soludo doesn't know about these things. He doesn't. All these things we've been shouting, you mean he does not know what is going on? And how is this his useless statement not aiding these people? Because you know these things, you know what is going on, we all know this. Okay, if you say you don't know what is going on, Soludo, can you call for a public hearing? The group you set up, can they call for a public hearing? Who are they going to interview? Chidodin Kalu? People who participated in EndSARS. Nnamdi Kanu, look at what he did in EndSARS. Chidodin Kalu and co, through Open Society Initiative West Africa and other organizations, participated in that. Now the criminals are going to investigate themselves. Go fuck yourselves. Feed me more. Serve me more of that bullshit sandwich. Chidodin Kalu is now going to investigate IPOB. Where does that happen? Huh? What's next? Is Evans going to investigate Evans? Huh? Is Evans going to investigate Evans next? These people are killing women in Imo State. Let me even play it for. Hi, those of you who didn't hear it yesterday and they censored the other video, see the picture we are talking about. They killed these people. I remove it now. Yeah. Now, let me play you the video.
My sisters, good morning to you all. Please, in case if you are in Imo State or Southeast here, please be careful where you're going. Anything politics gathering, avoid it. I beg you people in the name of God. I have a sad news this morning. I received a sad news this morning, which I never get myself since then. I called my sister, our family sister, close sister to me. I called her on Sunday. Throughout that Sunday, she wasn't picking my call because there was money I sent to her. But here Georgia threw me home at that when meeting in my village or mother something. So I go my own money send there. Now was throughout that Sunday. Mom will receive very. I didn't know that my sister at the point of death. Reaching yesterday, I didn't know my mom na phone. That last night, I borrow down my sister and some other people from our kindred there. You wasn't her what happened. I seen them with a rice hope obedient her. And that my sister no into politics. I said when rice hope obedient her. Hagaga carry sent so now more news him. So neighbor I was like, yeah, Chineke mene ebere kanima olatakwa n'udo. So my sister.
So you've seen it, my people. You've clearly seen it. And this is what Soludo is telling us that he doesn't know. Let me be blocking him. One bingo said 2 years ago, October, when army start shooting, killing Nigerian people. Where? we are in Onisha. You people were gathered and they use you people to bomb police stations in 2020, and then Namdi was on air ordering the killings. So Soludo, since he doesn't know, we still have the same evidence materials Nnamdi Kanu will be presented with. He will be confronted with in his sentencing. We still have it because we gave them to the government. We no go hide the talker. We no go hide. Obuhon cheating in like I told you people, when I go to do on I go to come publicly the talker. And absolutely nothing will happen. Remember what I told you, bingos, all the way from Turkey? Is there anyone that hasn't happened? Is there? Show me one. Let me be blocking frustrated souls that wasted their lives. Somehow they think when Biafra comes, an idiot will suddenly become a genius. Nada. Soludo doesn't know the crimes of Nnamdi, right? Well, let's offer them to him.
The car on the line, can you hear me?
Yes, are you talking to me?
Yes, please. Your name and where you are.
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Massacre of Imo. I'm calling from the Kingdom of Cambodia.
Cambodia, right?
Yes, sir. Just as call demands this very morning, what I want to chip in right now is that we have been given instructions, and I am thanking the boys that are carrying out the instructions properly. But most of us that are calling on radio saying that they are still waiting for international communities to speak. When we have heard from you that the amount of the international communities that would have been a mouthpiece to the voiceless has been muted by the British. If they will come online and start asking such questions or start saying that we are waiting for international communities, this time around, sir,
we are not waiting for any international community. Can you know what there? Let us all die here. Let us all die now. What international community is that? What is this international community? You can't need your wounded. Are we alive? Is this life? What type of life is this? You cannot drive 1 mile without checkpoint. You cannot go to your house. If they harass you outside with SARS, you come in. Even mosquitoes have the SARS unit. There is even SARS unit in the mosquito world. Those ones who don't listen, shelters cannot kill them. Or that like they cannot kill them. They are disturbing you at night. There is no light from NEPA. Everywhere is rotten, and you're telling me that this is what stupid international community.
So that is it, sir. The best thing I want to say is that our gallant men, because I was once a military force before I left, if you want to deal with your enemies, you don't deal with them face to face.
Simple. Go sideways.
Go sideways, and again, set trap in the front. What I mean by setting trap in the front is that you bring a kind of strategy, triangular form. They will focus on that triangle, then while you circle them from the back.
My dear brother, wait 1 second. Let me tell them what to do now. People are, now you're talking, you're a soldier, you're an ex-soldier. You know they drive very fast. And some places is a blind bend. You cannot see what is coming from the other side. You know they are mad. Janjaweed. You know that thing that the task force you need to put on the ground, those spikes, to spike your tires. You know them, don't you? You know the spikes you put on the road. I want every welder now in Biafra land and elsewhere, every welder, go and build spikes. So when they are traveling in their hillocks, you will stay by the side of the road and you throw out the spikes and their vehicle will come to a halt. Once the vehicle stops, you throw your Molotov cocktails at them. The battle bomb. Inside the vehicle, they will abandon their right.
Is Soludo listening? Are his people? No, in case he doesn't know, we will supply I don't want to mention someone's name. He's a very good friend to Soludo's chief protocol officer. And he told me last week, oh, if you have any suggestion on how this thing will be solved in Anambra State, I told him these people, that dog would fetch. That dog would fetch. And he's here listening to me. Okay. I said, that dog would fetch. Is the dog fetching? Does it look like the dog will fetch? Huh? Huh? I don't even know.
And they run out. You burn them alive. That's what we need to do. Burn them alive. Go and build those things to stop, to puncture their tires. Now, what we are going to do on every road is to put nails and pins on the road. So when they are driving, all their tires will go flat. That is how you stop any reinforcement. Since you want me to tell you these things live on air, I will tell you. That is, we need to, wherever we are holding them, we stop. Another group will be waiting for the reinforcement to come. Not jumping up and down, doing Oshebe like an idiot. You go to the bushes, you lay ambush for them with the petrol gun. As they are coming, we throw out the spike. The spike will puncture their tires, they will stop. We will now throw the bottles at them, the bottle bomb. They will flee. Some of them will be on fire. And we commandeer their vehicles. We get their weapons and we kill them. Please go ahead.
And again is that language code is very, very important this time. Language code is very, very important. If possible, we can use the CBD for the volunteers. They should learn it. Very, very important. That is CBD security language code is very, very important to each and every one of them these days. And if they abide by these very instructions, victory will be ours in the next 6 days.
You said, now there's not is a revolution. Not too many things are secret anyway. They are janjaweed, they won't understand. Now listen very carefully. If you are in a place and you circle a prison, or you circle a police station and you want to bring out the prisoners, or you want to bring down the police station.
You said bring out the prisoners. Remember the Owerri prison incident? Soludo. Okay.
One thing you should be concerned about is reinforcement. Because I said to you before, we outnumber them 100,000 to 1. We are more than them. All these criminals put together. We are more than them. Now, if you are carrying out an operation in a place, those going to stop the reinforcement is also very, very important. That from today, we want to stop them from driving in their Hilux all over the place. Now, what are we going to do about it? It's very simple. If you don't have any welder around where you live, you see nail, 6 inches nail, go and drive it to a plank, a small plank, drive 6 inches nails through them that can cover the length of the road. Or as they are driving, you just push it out. As you're pushing out the nail and they are panicking, you start throwing petrol bombs at them. The police or the army people inside the vehicle will catch fire. They will run out. And you can take their weapons from them. So stop asking me to give you weapons. That's how you get it.
After they contribute money.
Anywhere we are carrying out an operation, stopping the reinforcement is very important. You need to stop any reinforcement. And in fact, let me even make it very simple. If you're too scared to do what I ask you to do, simply go and get nails, and place it on the road for up to 100 meters. When they come there, they must stop. They'll come out of their vehicle to go and start picking the nails. As they're picking the nails, we are also picking them up. Now you understand. That is how we are going to do it. And that is how we are going to succeed in slowing them down. Do you understand? And then they will go to their barracks and they'll bring out their armored personnel carriers or whatever they call it. And we have the weapons for those ones. Let them bring it out. And we want to set an example with one of them. Then they will know that our engineers have really, really worked hard over the past years. They're playing with us. They don't know how prepared we are. They do not know how prepared we are. They have no clue how prepared we are. We are very, very prepared, and we are going to defeat them. We are going to defeat them. Because they don't know how prepared this revolution is. They think it's like before. Oh, go back home. Your ego is calling you. Your answer is calling you. Your career is calling you. Hey, elders speak of rubbish. Rubbish. Failed elders. Failed. Shame on all of you. All you do is to pursue. Now, how do you?
Let me address what this our brother said. He said, Ijele, do you know that after Soludo left the church on Monday, immediately Bingos came there, to the church and killed people there, and Soludo did not do anything to them? No. Has he said anything about the death of those 2 security personnel killed them? Has he released a statement? Huh? Has he even released a statement? Tell me. This one said, if anything happened to you, don't go carry your second account to come. I go still ban them. Just type rubbish here. Wait, why? When is Soludo going to talk up? Like literally, the church you went to was attacked. The security guys there killed, and you didn't say anything about it. You are telling me you are trying to set up a committee. What? No. You clean out all those camps, eradicate them, eliminate Benjamin Madupu, okay, foreign, Bright Chimezie, what's his name? Emmanuel Kano, enemy, all these boys. If you are serious, okay, if you are serious about fighting this, now Chidodin Carlo, who was instrumental in this EndSARS state, people who refuse to cover IPOB killings, they never used their platforms to speak against this thing. They never used their platforms for once to talk about what these guys are doing in Imo State for like how many months now? Now the same people. Is this a committee to uncover what is going on or to cover what is going on? Let's continue. Soludo should listen to all these things more, since he is deaf, dumb, and out of this planet.
The guy on the line, can you hear me?
Yes, my leader, are you talking to me?
Yes, please. Your name and where you are.
No, sorry. We'll go.
As our people, just to address.
Yeah, sorry to have kept you waiting, please. Sorry to have kept you waiting. The caller on the line, give us your name, if you can.
Yes, sir, I'm here. My name is Mecca, and I'm calling from South Africa.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I've been listening to what is happening in your program, and also everything that is happening in Nigeria. I just want to have a few words just to advise our people in Nigeria.
Go ahead. We're listening. The world is listening. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Sir, are you a South African? You are from your accent. Hold on, you're a South African. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, I am, but I'm a Biafran by marriage, sir.
Thank you. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. As our people are on the roads or on the streets, this revolution, now that the thing is still raw. It's still wrong. So as they are running and they are chasing the police, they should be holding the petrol bombs, as you have said, sir. And at night, they should not sleep. This is not the time to sleep. At night, they go inside the bushes and they start strategizing not to sleep, so that in the morning they have strategy. By this time, here in South Africa is after 9. There should be smoke everywhere. All the government buildings have been burnt down already by this time. Because by the time we were doing our own revolution, we were not waiting for any weapons to come from anywhere. You take the weapons from your enemy and you kill your enemies with their own weapons. That is how it's done.
I'm in love with you, I'm telling you. If not, that I'm married to a very beautiful woman, I'm telling you, I will tell your husband I'll be like David. I will kill your husband and take you. I'm telling you the truth. You're a very powerful woman.
The people telling innocent, ignorant Ebony boys they are using to destroy Osuitopa and all these places. Told them that you are a freedom fighter, you can't have a house, you can't have a family. Now wants to kill someone's husband because he likes the girl. Now, Soludo is saying all these things. Has he not heard what happened to Madame Social? Now, I will not stop talking about the story of this Madame Social. Who is Madame Social? Who is Madame Social? This is a woman that gave these people a big generator. In our place, we call every big generator lister. A big lister for their broadcasting. Gave them $3,200. That's what 450,000 was then to buy a professional camera. We are talking about 1.5 million and more in today's naira. Okay? Let me be blocking Umo Koko. In today's naira, that woman was abducted at Oba where they were holding their meeting. Would Soludo and Chido Jinkalu investigate the Oba incident while Nnamdi sent people with Benjamin Madibu and led directly by Obasi, Chooks Obasi boys? They even raped some of the men they kidnapped that day. Ask George Onibe. Those people are in contact with George Onibe and they're too ashamed to come out in the open. They raped the men. These are people destroying our land. Kidnapped that woman, only released her at 2 a.m. This is a woman that was abducted around 4 in the evening, was left abandoned at a school at 2 a.m. After they took her to the compound of Ezobuko of Oba and beat the hell out of her. The people who say they don't have anything to do with politicians, why did they take that woman to the property of Ezobuko of Oba? What was her crime? She said, I am not going to be levying these people. Now, Benjamin Madubugu and all those people in Nigeria, they rely on the money. Bright Chime said that is where he's getting his money from. Enemy, okay for it. Do they have any job? No. Okay? No. Let me be blocking Umo Koko. Do they have any job? Absolutely no job. And Soludo is coming to play on the minds of these people. You are keeping them daft on purpose. If you don't want to work, just shut up. Okay? Just shut up. Spend your 5 years like Obiano, embezzle the money you want to embezzle, then get the fuck out of the space. Then, if you want to solve these issues, let those people invite Madam Social, Ruby Matthew, George Onibe, Cosmos George, who they try to bury alive. Akbambo, who they try to bury alive. There was the third person. This Akbambo, I'm telling you, is a woman, a lady. You see that these are cowards, bloodthirsty cowards. At every time, they always attack women. How many men did it take them to abduct Madam Social? How many women? Ikonso that died was the one that led the group that wanted to bury Cosmos, George, Abambo, and the other person alive until a Panwan Tapa saw them from the tree. Are you going to meet with those people? How about Chimobi? How about those two boys they tied to stakes and starved them to death in the bush? They use policemen to do this thing, I'm telling you. The Nigerian police has failed Nigerians, because everywhere you go, from southwest, southeast to the south, all the evil they are committing, the police is the muscle they are using. Okay? The police. Where is Akwara? Nnamdi Kanu made a video and said, made a broadcast, named him as a kidnapper. He was abducted by the DSS in Warri. Is it Warri or in Ohara? That he was living there. They killed him. All these regional and regional commands, zonal state commands, zonal commands, these people are the ones, these politicians that are using Nnamdi Kanu are using, just like the pastors. Just like the pastors. Look at a physically challenged woman with Matthew, that a pastor like Jeremiah Omotofufuyi and co. The Jeremiah will not say that he doesn't know how that woman was flown by air. A woman who can barely feed. Yet, because she has a problem with a pastor, and I may go as far as saying that Jeremiah did it. Because if this man didn't have any problem with Jeremiah, no one will fly her from Abuja to Benin. Do you know what that flight ticket would do to the life of that woman and her children? The same people, I'm telling you, these guys are on the same ship. They are in the same boat. They are all in the same canoe. And believe me, there is a typhoon headed their way. There is a twister headed their way. There is a hurricane headed their way. They are just sailing straight into the eye of the hurricane. And we know how it ends. This will not be swept under the carpet. Not Nnamdi Kanu, not Jeremiah Omotofufuyi. Not any one of them. And whatever consequences those that attack us from IPOB faced, this is what those that are trying to attack their father, you people may do well to ask these bingos here why they are all hysterical. Why they are all always in a frenzy when they see my face. Is because I have personally eliminated most of them, and they know it. I am instrumental in the elimination of most of these their commanders. In fact, the government, I'm not sure they are willing to go as far as I want to go, because we would end this thing in 2 months. You see those of them in the House of Reps, those of them that are these ones we call politicians, but as if that is a job description. We will start destroying them. We will start destroying each and every one of them. We will not spare them. Let me be blocking Umu Bingo, keep on getting hysterical. I destroyed your group. I recycled many of your commanders, in case you don't know. Those of you that are living in Asaba, there was this guy that used to come and attack his father. Let me be blocking Umu. That guy, where is he now? Where is he now? Like I said, we will not hide while doing it, because we are standing on truth, on justice, because those we call our victims, check their lives and what they did. We will never touch anybody who didn't merit to kiss the sun. Okay? We will not spare any of you. So Soludo and this is good. Are they going to call these people? Are they going to call them in? Can he direct the Speaker of the Anambra State House of Assembly to host an open hearing and for victims and witnesses to submit their names and come and testify under oath? under oath. Children, Carol, Charlie Boy, and Co. Who are they going to question? Bianco Juku. Why not appoint former top police officers from Anambra State? Why not add them with judges? Maybe 2 retired judges, 2 retired magistrates, 2 DIGs, 2 AIGs, and people who retired maybe from the NSA, the army, or everything. Hires a 12-man working committee. A 12-man committee. If actually they want to do this, all these things is just to settle all those ones, the roles they played. The roles they played and who they supported, and you are now bloating the government budget, just the same thing you criticize. As a banker, you should know better. That's why I say that committee they are setting up, I have no trust in them. They say 6 months. 6 months to do what? 6 months to do what? In 2 weeks, you will have people submitting their testimonies. We are on war footing, and we are saying 6 months. Do you know the difference a week makes in a war? And you are telling me 6 months. All those 6 months, don't you think those people will be getting paid? It's just a payoff for image laundering. A payoff for image laundering. People who never said anything about IPOB are suddenly going to investigate IPOB. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Who are you telling that nonsense? Who are you telling that nonsense? You people are not ready and you are not serious. I don't buy one nonsense they are saying, because every intel is there. They even went as far as mentioning those places their camps are, which are the same places I've been mentioning for the past 2 years. Agukuri, Nnobi, Nnewi South, Osuyituba, sorry, Osumo in Anambra State, Nilu, Iya. Then you have some of them in some pockets of them somewhere in Ayamelu. Now all these Agberos, he said he is disbanding. Don't you know that they are the same as IPOB and ESN? Don't you know they are the same ESN? Huh? Don't you know they are the same people? And people are asking her, why don't you have, see, I believe Soludo wants to revamp the book. I believe he wants to clean up the city. I believe until he gives me any reason to think otherwise, I believe he wants to increase the infrastructural capacity in Anambra State. I believe he wants to check, because you see, security, I doubt his sincerity in fighting security, because the same people put him in office. All the party machineries, all those funds they were sharing during the elections, mind you, those funds were moving from people's hands and people's pockets. Those ones are the real political actors. Now, do you think they are going to inform him fully on what's going on their sides? No, because without those people, those ones will not be relevant. So how are they going to vote against themselves? They can't. They can't. They may try to, placate this side and placate that side. You can't do that in a war. You are either here or there. Like I said, all those slogans are just vacuous slogans. They are vacuous, to say the least. Okay? They are not ready. They are not ready. And for Soludo to even make as political as the statement sounds, some people say, oh, it's a political statement. No, this is the nonsense we were doing. When we wanted to expose them, they say, oh, no, leave the lies. No, stay. How can carry die now? You said, if you no, it's just for politics. At the end of the day, where did he lead us? Where did he lead us? Huh? Oh, they even killed people in Oko yesterday. They killed people in Oko yesterday. Huh? Uh-huh. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. There is this political settlement and nothing more. Call it what it is. It is a political settlement. You want to know the people that will be driving the affairs of Anambra State for the next 4 years? Look at the people who is appointed right now. Okay? The yesterday broadcast is on Facebook for session because I left the other photo for so long. The photo of those women. Even though I redacted it, they shouldn't have done that. All right? This one say, if I may ask, what is the crime of Nnamdi Kanu? You didn't go and start the program afresh from the beginning. And if you actually want me to tell you his crimes, I still have more to show you. I still have more to show you. All right? Now listen to this one.
Shooting where again? Shooting in Okota, they are shooting also in Okota. People must go to the bush, ambush them. Go to the bush, you need to cut them off from the back, ambush them, take their guns from them and kill them. These are animals, are not human beings. They may be wearing police army. They are not human beings. These are terrorists from Niger. These are terrorists from Gambia. These are foreign terrorists from Chad. They are not human beings. Disarm them and kill them. If you allow them to scare you off the streets, your life is over. Your life is over. And I want Lagos airport to be on flames. Use the perimeter fence. Go and burn down Lagos. Anybody, if you have the mobile, if you have pistol, anything you have, give it to them, let them go and kill them, penetrate the airport and set Motown Airport on fire. Set it ablaze right now. Then the world will listen. You are dealing with animals. Fulani Janjaweed, they are animals. They do not listen. They do not listen. You don't know them. You don't know them. I mean, are they not killing people? The caller on the line, can you hear me? Yes, please. Good evening. Yes, go ahead. My name is Stephen. We're calling from Lagos. What is happening where you are? He was at Oshokapapa Expressway, but was shooting us there. It's 5 people that they killed this evening. How many policemen died? I don't want to hear they kill us, they kill us. How many did we kill? How many police or army did you kill? How many? They have burned the Lassa police station. They have burned it down. They burned the Salem police station. They burned the Orilla police station down. Everything is down now as I'm speaking. Thank you very much. That is, since if you go to my page, you will see a flag there. Nigerian flag stained with blood. So the flag that people should be carrying should no longer be green, white, green. But green, white, and red.
Okay. The bingo has shifted his this thing. The bingo has you that is commenting. What do you have to say? You that commented this rubbish. You that commented this rubbish. What do you have to say about it right now? What do you have to say about this right now? Tell me. What do you have to say about this one right now? And people don't even understand the danger in allowing the it is really pathetic. This one say, get me in your life. This okay, wait, let me bring you on. I will post the link right now. I know. Okay, you really want to do this? Don't worry, I'll post the link so you come on. I'll post the link. I know get evening video to do so. We go do this one while we're doing. Don't worry, I'm posting the link. blocking worship. Let me blocking Don't worry, I'm going to post the link right now. I'm going to post the link. And some people are there. Hey, are you not talking about Kaduna? How many media outlets are talking about Kaduna? So until I start shouting about Kaduna, leaving my own state and my own region, someone will say, you didn't say anything wrong where? Of course. Yes, I'm trying to share the link to the stream. Make them know say we know they fear anybody. Okay? Make them know say we know they fear anybody. All these their tricks. Man, indeed. And if you naturally want me to, let's play this game now. I'm going to share the link. I'm going to share the link right now. Don't worry. Let me post the link here. I'm coming, guys. Okay, I think now the link is ready. The link is ready now. Here is the link. Here is the link. Oh yeah, defenders of the Oga. Oh yeah, you don't say it. See the link now. Let's see if he will come on or he will run. All right. Of course, Usain Bolt is going to buy there. He's not even up for debate. He's not even up for debate. He must buy there. Any other person can also use the link to come on, not just him. If you have a contribution or a question, use the link to come on. All right? Use the link. Let me get a bottle of water. If I say any commerce None whatsoever so far. None whatsoever so far. Any commerce, anybody want try? Hmm? We are going to give 3 minutes. If after 3 minutes we didn't see anyone, then we know they've run away. Okay? If I say it's coming out very soon, make we dey wait. Ah, make we dey wait. They come out very soon, Abi. Ayana. They look on. Anybody can come on with the stream or with the link. Oh. Anybody. Anybody. Like in closing, because I figure out nobody is going to come on. They will run away as usual. In closing, our people should start telling ourselves the truth. At least now, those people who are losing their family members know who the killers are. Unlike before, when they will be shouting, oh, Fulani herdsmen, this and that. Now, nobody is making the argument again. At least it's a win. And thanks to us. Thanks to us for pointing everything out in the face of intimidation, in the face of blackmail, in the face of so many rubbish. We didn't back down. We maintained the truth. We maintained our stance. We stood behind it, gave evidence after evidence. I think I have someone here. This person, you need to show us your face. Now, how can you be debating without your face? No, you have to come with your face. You can't just, you need to come with your face. Let's know who we are speaking with. Imagine this type of thing, no? Watch, let me show you people this thing.
Necessary.
It's necessary, though. It's necessary. Hello, good morning.
It's not necessary. No, it's
Good
not
morning.
necessary.
You
Good
are
morning,
already
sir.
in the stream. Yeah. Good morning, sir. Welcome.
Good morning. Good. Good morning. Good. Uh, uh, Mr. Ijele.
Yes,
Are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you, sir. Mr.
Are you
Kele,
hearing
that's
me?
your name. I'm
I
hearing
want
you,
to
sir.
ask you one simple question. Uh,
Okay.
I want to ask. I want to ask you one simple question.
Okay.
What are you gaining? Destroying Igbo people? Eh?
How am I destroying Igbo people?
Listen. See, you might
No,
not find
excuse. Do you
the
want to
idea
have
of
wait,
Mazinam
wait?
because
Do you want to wait now? Wait, my brother. I want to give you enough time to speak. We can speak for
I'm
30
hearing,
minutes, one
I'm
hour.
hearing you. I mean.
But yeah, we can speak for 30 minutes or 1 hour, but I want us to speak maturely like adults. You know, when I'm saying something, I will be
Okay.
giving you evidence. Then when you are saying something, explain yourself very well. Please, I want to give you that time to speak as a brother. Carry on, the floor is yours.
Good morning. Okay. The, the truth of the matter is that I just came in. I just came to your program right now, but I have not. I don't know what you are talking about. But normally I know you because I've been following you.
Okay.
Everything about you
Okay.
is always, and you are just against Islam. That is it. And I've been looking forward to speak with you, and that is the reason why when you say, can somebody come in and challenge you? It's not that I'm coming to challenge. I cannot challenge in your program now. But I just came in. I'm
No.
not an IPOB member, but
We are challenging ideas. We are challenging our
it's not
ideas.
good now.
Oh yeah, now let me explain to you, my brother.
no,
Let me
no.
explain to you, my brother.
Uh, Explain.
Let me explain. Let me explain. Now, when you say everything is about Nnamdi Kanu, you see, but that is not it. Let's just do this now. See now. Now you are talking about Nnamdi Kanu. See my problem with Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu lied to our people. He was telling lies, and
How?
he was telling. Wait, now I'm coming. He was telling these lies when he had every opportunity, everything at his disposal to use the force he created by the Biafra brand he sold our people to capture the political landscape of Aligo. But he was telling us that he was going to bring Biafra, which he was not fighting for. Hello, my brother, are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? Hello?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm hearing
He
you. I'm hearing
lied.
you.
Yeah. He lied that he was getting Biafra. He was going to discuss Biafra with international community, which he was not doing. He said he has met these people, he has met that people, and rather than tell our people that the politicians are the ones killing our people, they are the ones destroying our land. Let me take, for instance, now in Abia State, we all know that in Nigeria things are not working as it's supposed to be working, but there is an agreement, an amount agreed upon that every state will be getting from the wealth of the Nigerian state every month. Now you come to a state like
Yeah,
Abia
yeah.
State. You come to a state like Abia State. Whether we are going to fight for Biafra or not, the point remains that Abia State is getting billions every month. Abia State is an oil producing state. Yet the Aba you and I knew in the 90s, even in the early 2000s, is better than the Aba we know today. Even though that government federal allocation has increased exponentially since 1999 till date, yet nobody is doing anything with it. Look at that road in Abana. You will ask anyone in Aba, they will tell you that the rate at which people are dying in Aba has never been seen before. Why? There is no public infrastructure. When it's raining, women will be walking in dirty water that is up to the waist level. That thing will be giving them infection. It would be surprising if Aba men at every rainy season are not leading in the number of infection rates in the southeast or even Nigeria in general, just because of that alone. Many women have died in the hospital just for giving birth. Even after the Civil War, our women were never under, they've never been under such threat of child mortality like they are in present. Whether we are going to fight for Biafra or not, the truth remains that
I'm
the
not hearing you.
money. Are you hearing me now?
Okay, okay, okay. Go back.
Are you hearing me now?
Yeah, yeah, I'm hearing you now.
Now, the
I'm
truth
hearing you
remains
now.
that, yeah, the truth remains that when whether we are fighting for Biafra or not, the money coming into the state is supposed to help alleviate the plight of the people. We Igbos, we are not asking, we are the only people whose students don't get bursary from state government. Ask anyone studying even in schools in the southeast. South students schooling there are getting bursary from their government every now and then, but no single Igbo student is getting bursary from his own government. The Hausas and the Fulanis did not do this. The Hausas and the Fulanis are not the reason Onitsha is dirty. The Hausas and Fulanis are not the reason Abia state workers, some Enugu state workers, Anambra state workers are being owed salaries. And at that point, even Imo State then, none, why you are not hearing them talking about Imo workers is that no Imo worker is owed. All those ones they are saying that are old are names they put in the computer. Now, you have a governor in Hope Uzodinma who is good with computer. He knows how cyber security works. He has gone through this thing and taken out those names. Now, in other states, probably Okezie Azu may not be the problem. But when you are saying, oh, this is Fulani issue, this is Fulani issue, we are not going to have enough time to check how many ghost workers we have in other states. Because one thing you notice is this: in every state where you have ghost workers are never old. Only real workers are old. So if we keep on looking at another side, how are we going to save our land? And the person they are looking for was lying to them. IPOB was registered as a private business, IPOB Worldwide Limited. Don't take my word for it. Look at their registration document and what has been going on. So if you look at it, you find out that I am the person trying to save our league and better the lives of Igbo people, not the other way around. I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense to you.
Uh, hi, Ijele. Let me tell you something. I know you know this one. in government we have something that they call exclusive list, concurrent list, and
Yes,
residual list. Listen, okay,
yes.
listen. You got now. If you agree with me, you will know that the federal government have what it take to interfere on the things that concerning the federal government. Did you believe?
Yes.
Okay. Now, so now, if actually this country, this Nigeria, because the topic, the main topic here is just Nigeria, Nigeria gongo, because without, as in
Yes.
the way this country is going, that there will not be any agitation for another country again. You
Of
agree with
course.
me?
Of course. I agree with you.
Okay, okay. Now, if the country is moving forward, now you will agree with me that things that is happening in Anibu will not be happening, because now
No.
let's say in the lot, if
Yeah. I'm listening. Go on.
okay, okay, why?
Go on. Go on. I'm listening. Finish up.
Okay, now 50% of the development coming from, okay, now if you agree with, I say 50% of development coming from the lots is coming directly from the federal government. Do you agree?
I don't have that figure.
Eh?
If you furnish me with, no, it's not true. You have to furnish me with the figures, because one thing I know for sure is that, hold on,
Then
let me
that
tell
means
you why I don't
you are
believe
not
it.
sincere to yourself if
Wait
you say
now,
it's not true.
let me tell
But
my
if
brother,
you say
please don't level, please, please. Tell
if
me
you
to
say it's
explain,
not true,
please,
that
my
means you
brother.
are not sincere to
Hold
yourself. But
on,
no,
hold on, hold on, please. Hold, bro, please. Let me prove it to you. Let me prove it to you. Are you listening to me?
no problem, no problem, no problem, no problem.
No. Let me prove it to you now. Okay.
Okay,
When you go to Kaduna State, majority of the capital projects
I'm hearing you.
completed in majority of the capital projects completed in Kaduna State are being done by the Kaduna State government, not the federal government. You go to Borno State, before Zulu came to power, there are many vast, like swamp area of lands that are being controlled by Boko Haram, namely Bama and Baga. All those places now, people are returning back. Go and see massive building projects there. All those things were not done with federal government money. Right now in Borno State, their education is on course to topple Lagos in terms of infrastructure. If you compare them from 1999 till date, those things are being done by Governor Babagana Umara Zulu. You go to Kano State, Ganduje, you are calling Gandola. Go and check projects that beautify all those places. Those are state projects. Now come to the southeast. The best roads in Abia State are federal government roads. The only good roads you will see in the state are the ones that were constructed by maybe a senator, Odus Okalo. I will never want him to run my business. I will never want him to run my money. But the truth remains that he started and completed 23 roads in his senatorial district. Chukwumerije, when he was there, built some too. So in Abia State, you will find out that you have more federal government projects, capital projects, than state government. So it negates your point that 50% of the investment that you're seeing in the north are coming from the federal government is not true. Now, let me tell you the difference now. See the difference. When you make a northerner minister, or make him head of a department, he starts working from his own state. Like you make Isa Guda aviation minister, we saw what he did. All these people, Fashola, look at how many projects Fashola channeled to Lagos State and the Southwest. All these positions have been occupied in the past by our people. Let me give you an example. Kema Chikwe, you cannot go to the Imo State airport now and see one real capital project that was started and completed under Kema Chikwe as as a aviation minister, even though that airport is not very far from her husband's place. You see our people, we've occupied the finance ministry, we've occupied the health ministry, we've occupied so many ministries, and our people built nothing. If anything, when they bring the money, they will swallow it. Let me give you the reason why Obasanjo was able to control the Senate when Igbos were controlling the Senate, like when Igbo men were the Senate presidents, is because Obasanjo knows how to play the blackmail game. He knows these people, if I give them this large amount of money to construct a project, they will not construct it. Now, with that money, I can use EFCC to go after them. Obasanjo used EFCC to target many of them. Bad as it may, when you look through it, see the accusations that were leveled against them. Those accusations were real. Under Igbos in key positions in Nigeria, the second Niger Bridge was awarded between 1999 and 2015, more than 3 times at least. Then every year, they will be giving supplementary budget to dredging of River Niger and the second Niger Bridge, which never happened. If you are from Anambra State, you will know how many contracts CCC was awarded. That CCC, that company is not owned by Hausas, no Yoruba man on the board. All those things are owned by Igbos, yet they collected money to build all those things. Enugu to Port Harcourt Expressway in 2007 or 2006 was awarded at the cost of 262 billion naira. That money, you need to triple or quadruple it. We are talking about between 800 and something to 1 trillion, 800 and something billion to 1 trillion to 1 trillion naira of today. So when you put all those things into consideration, you see that the reason our place is the way it is because we are not telling ourselves the truth. And the people we are calling for the government to favor with positions don't have our interests at heart. The people in the north, their people don't have their interests at heart, but they are far, far better than the ones ruling over us. I don't know if I convinced you. Okay, my brother, I think we will be able to do that one. He's in the market doing his trade. I think that's why he wasn't able to open his camera. Let's bring another person on. Ume Mboji. Is it Ume Mboji? Let's add him to this. My brother, be ready. Hello.
Good morning,
Hello.
Jelly.
Good morning, sir.
Kekime.
Ademuma Kekode.
Udo Kelediri Chukwu.
One.
So I was the one who asked you initially what were the crimes of Nnamdi Kanu. Yeah. First of all, I've been your follower for a very long time right now. And I'll have to congratulate you for the good works that you are doing.
Thank you.
But when it gets to Nnamdi Kanu, you always have a different approach. A different approach on the way you handle any topic relating to him. Okay, like when I asked you what was his crimes, you played an audio when he was making a declaration that the youth who had a gun should go into the bush. So you played that audio, but before he made all those statements, what has been happening in our farmlands in eastern Nigeria?
Okay, my brother. That farmland issue, I'm happy. I thank you so much because you look like a very reasonable person. And I'm not trying to promote Rastafarian above any other thing, but I think I do get well with Rastafarians, even though I don't wear dreadlocks. But I love the Rastafarian spirit you came with. And I can say that you are coming from a place of, rationality from your own point. And I believe I'm coming from a place of rationality. Now, let's rub minds. The killings in the bushes. I am from Umuduru Amandoba. I want to start from my own place. My maternal home is Amukuru. If you know Imo State very well, you know that after, if you are coming from Amibo side, after Amanduba is Ogwa, after Ogwa is Orodo. Now, all these places, we are inundated with killings in the farms. All these killings, one caught my attention. One man was killed at Ahaba, Obaha Road, sometime in 2020. I think that was around March 2020.
Okay.
Then I saw blood. That blood was fresh. The blood was fresh on the floor when the photo was taken, and they were circulating it everywhere that the Fulani herdsmen have killed someone. Now I looked at it and said, if the person who took this video was able to come there when the blood was fresh, that means he was supposed to see that person that killed this person, because the blood like was red fresh when that
Okay.
photo was taken. I made a call. I made a call to the village. My mother happens to be in the village that day. Then I asked her, did Fulani herdsmen attack anywhere in Orodo? She said she didn't hear that, she's just coming back. Where did I hear this one from? Later, calls started coming from someone. He is here. If you check one of the commenters here, you will see Bright. That Bright is from Ahaba, Orodo. And my maternal home is Amuku, Orodo. He said no, that man was on his way to a land dispute case and he was butchered. Then locally in Orodo, they were calling it a land issue case, but on Facebook, they were calling it Fulani herdsmen killing, of which Nnamdi Kanu made a broadcast with it in the afternoon when that thing happened. They posted the photo between 10 and 11, and then Nnamdi Kanu made a broadcast about it. Now, it got my attention. I said, really? And that wasn't long after one girl was killed in Uli. If you remember, they were shouting, oh, Fulani herdsmen slaughtered one girl in Uli. Do you know what? That girl in Uli was an IPOB member, and she had a problem with them, started telling people that this thing is not true. They murdered this man too. Every time in Umuaka, in Obaha Road, by that on Owerri, Olu Road, there were killings every given time, and each one would be broadcasted by IPOB. Guess what, my brother? Last year, one of them was captured, and before they could say Jack Robinson, people made a call and told them to kill that guy. They killed him, and he was actually the one butchering people around that way. Then the second person was captured, I think it was earlier this year. They still want the person and kill the person. Ever since those people were killed, we've never heard a noise of Fulani herdsmen. Now, you know that town in Nsukka in Enugu State, that is the only place where I was able
I'm glad you are coming to Enugu State.
I'm coming now, my brother. You see,
Yeah, I'm
if you
listening. Let's
want me
go.
for long, you will know me now. Now, those places, there was a community where Fulani people and the community have been having problems. Then the Fulanis killed people in that community. They said they were rustling their cows, doing whatever thing they were doing, that they were antagonizing them. That one happened. Another Fulani herdsmen attack happened in Ebonyi State. That one that happened in Ebonyi State. Before it happened in Ebonyi State, so many killings they've been calling Fulani herdsmen have been happening in Ebonyi State, but this one is the only one confirmed by Fulanis. That one they went and killed over 19 people one night. We woke up to see it. And something happened that day. Before that thing happened, the Fulanis that were living there, all of them packed up their properties and left at the night of the attack. Do you know what the investigation gave? These exact people, Ezilo and the exact crisis that has been going on, a village went and called sold Fulani boys, linked them with their own boys, went and killed their own people. Now, did you see why those people made their own people disappear before the event? This thing I'm telling you, ask someone from the Ebonyi State government house that is not going to lie to you. One of the people who sponsored that was in the House of Representatives. He's still on the run. They have two in custody right now. The one they said the Fulani is killed a priest, it turned out that this is a priest that was having problem with some parishioners and is over this IPOB issue. Prophet Moko, they slit in his throat. Remember, he came out before in February 2019 during the election and said that IPOB members called him and said that they want to work with PDP. He said no. I became the Biafra spiritual leader because it was about Biafra. I left my businesses, my home in Lagos, relocated to Enugu because of Biafra. If he's to work with politicians, I won't do it. What happened? They started threatening him. After the man made a video is still there up there. They slit his throat and said it's a Fulani man. It was done by Fulani herdsmen. At the end of the day, they found out the boy that did it, an IPOB member in Enugu State. He's still on the run to date. Before, he was not running, but since the attacks on IPOB started, he disappeared and left town. Now, in every case, we've investigated all these things. Apart from that one in Enugu State, around the Nsukka area, that happened then, and that of Ebonyi State, with some small issues here and there. But the main issue of Fulani herdsmen killing was happening in Imo and Anambra State. Guess what? None of them had been proven to be done by Fulani herdsmen. Now, do you see why I have problem with all these Fulani herdsmen killing they are talking about? Because I am in contact with some of the boys that did those things. You can ask Obunna. He will let you know.
Okay, I get your point. I get your point. From your own point of view. Okay, before you said that the issue of Fulani herdsmen have only occurred in Imo State and Anambra State. In Enugu State, in Oji River, if you know Oji River in Enugu State.
I know Oji River very well.
Okay, thank you. Fulani herdsmen have caused some disasters, and I happened to be a witness at the event. So when you are someone who is enlightened with the information and other things that you have been doing online. But what you should also try to understand is that in every organization or in every 12, there's a Judas. So the killings of Fulani herdsmen in Igbo land is real. Is real. Other people, like you said, IPOB members might be doing other things.
But all those things, my brother, they are doing it on the orders of their leaders. That is why whenever they want to leave, you will see Nnamdi Kanu that time. He will come on air and mention their names. And each one he mentioned the name, within 1 week is either he is killed on the way, they will say he's Fulani herdsmen, they will slit his throat, or they will hand him over to the police, of which Nnamdi Kanu's sister is in the police. So many policemen are working for them and for the politicians. Now you see the link. Let me give you an example. Try and contact Ruby Matthew. Try and contact George Onife. Forget what you heard. Tell anyone telling you anything to give you evidence. When you said in every 12, there must be a Judas. My brother, you see these 12 in IPOB, there are 11 Judases and probably one non-Judas. I mean it. One John the Beloved. Let me give you an example. Benjamin Madibu. There is nobody from Ihembos who doesn't know the story of Benjamin Madibu. Nobody. There is nobody who doesn't know the story of Obas. There is nobody who doesn't know the story of Emmanuel Kanu. Like me now, I can't come and be lying about my character because I was famous and notorious at the same time as a kid. So those lifestyles, I'm not going to come now and deny them. While I am not proud of them, I won't deny them. Those are back then. And when I'm presenting myself, I am not presenting myself as a holy person to you. I'm presenting myself as someone who has built himself up, remade himself, reformed himself, like rebuilt himself from scratch. Totally. That way, when anything's happening by my side, you will be apprehensive that I might be able to do it. But when you see these people telling you that they are sent, they are for the good of Igbo people, yet nobody in their community will allow them to hold the community village meeting money. What does that tell you about them? All these people you are seeing, those boys will not act if they are not told to act. They can't go into the bush if they are not told to go into the bush. And if they can go as far as lying to you now, if you are my friend, the very first greeting I'll be greeting you is, how's your family? Because I know family is everything. And you don't even want to give these children the opportunity to make their own family. Telling them that a freedom fighter will not live in the bush. Meanwhile, Benjamin Madubu, from IPOB 2012 to date, how many things has he been able to achieve? What did he come back with from Russia? Nothing. You check all these people, they never had anything until they started using this thing to scam people. For the love of our people, why would someone be lying to his people that he has trained soldiers abroad when you have not, trying to lead them into destruction? So it is not about having one Judas among 12. It's about finding a non-Judas among the 12, because the non-Judases are being extricated from the internal affairs, internal happenings of the meeting. That is why you will come to IPOB, you will see a known criminal who gave his cousin Chinyere Okezie, who got Chinyere Okezie pregnant, his cousin Emmanuel Kanu. Why would you see Emmanuel Kanu and someone like Obido Obienu in the same group? It's because someone is lying to someone. On this side, you have people who have passion to make our place better, to rebuild it, because we have lost everything we rebuilt after the Civil War. You have them on one side, then on the other side, you have people using it to make money, lying to people. And it is at the fundamental of our own very existence. This is an issue that affects everyone. Apart from people from Nnewi who did not live in Nnewi during the war, there is no place, no town you will go to, you don't see people who were directly affected by the Civil War. I'm talking as someone whose uncle never came home. My grandmother cried about that child until she died. All those things are things that gene up our emotions. And you have a group of people that are actually playing us for fools, knowing well that we are very emotional about the Biafra issue. I don't know if you understand me so far.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. But the whole marginalization of the Igbos in Nigeria as a whole, what do you have to say about that?
My brother, the people marginalizing us are our people. Let me explain it to you. In 2013, let me start from 98. I remember the time when if you put APP poster, they were sending us to go and tear them down. Yes. APP poster that later became AMPP. Then they were allowing us to leave GDM and SDP. Those SDP and GDM later formed one of the 39 political parties that made up the original PDP. You see that evil politics they've been playing then, they are still playing it now. Now, election will come. You will not tell your people the truth. And if you notice, the Southeast is the only place real bureaucrats who are not corrupt bureaucrats, like people who came from families of like lineage of civil servants dating back to 3 to 4 generations. You don't see them in politics again. It's only in the Southeast. You don't see intellectuals in politics. They will not even be given an opportunity to thrive. You will not see people who knows how politics works. That was why they became too comfortable with what they were getting from the table of Obasanjo, which did not stop with Yaradua and even escalated under Jonathan. Now, in 2013, something started happening. That's PDP, their crime, because they are evil. When they were done chasing out the good men out of politics, they turned it on themselves. Many of them left. 7 PDP governors from key states were leaving PDP to join a new political party. And those governors later dragged people from their zones, their regions. Why were they doing it? They want to be on both sides. It's only in our place that politicians, the same group of people that were sending us as kids to go and tear up people's posters, came and lied to our people. Oh, this one is a Fulani party. This one is this one is that. At the end of the day, not up to 500,000 Igbos joined that party, and they made sure the party lost everything. Now in politics, see how politics works. Why you should get involved on all sides, be at all corners is this. There is a statutory allocation that you will be getting, both in money and positions. Those ones, no one denied it in the we got our ministerial posts and all those portfolios and that. But when it comes to those juicy positions, you cannot leave those that work for you and go to placate those that did not work for you and they probably will never love you. That is where politics, being a game of interest, plays itself openly. We are the only people, the only region where people were made to believe that this party belongs to Fulani people and this one is for all other Nigerians. And I'm happy time as the ultimate judge has vindicated me. Ever since then, the same people who told us that have basically anointed another Fulani man in Atiku Abubakar to replace another Fulani man, Buhari. Have you seen that those lies didn't hold weight? At the end of the day, we are the people that lost out, not Nigeria, not any other region. That's why you don't see, like now, you cannot go all these positions people are saying, you know, the way they mention it. Oh, a general, if you meet a northerner, even an Okada rider in the north, and tell them, do you know this man is a colonel? You be like this. You tell an Igbo man is a colonel, you don't be like, he doesn't know what that means. Because we've not appreciated the importance of those positions. We've not appreciated what it takes to be there. That's why we are not punishing these men that lied to us and separated us from the happenings in Nigeria. Like now, check for instance, you grew up in Nigeria, right? Please.
Yeah, I grew up in Nigeria.
What's the city? What can you tell me the cities you grew up in Nigeria?
Lagos
like
State,
outside of the southeast, Lagos State,
Yeah, Lagos State, Ondo State,
yes,
and Osun.
And Osun. Okay, now
Yeah,
let me tell you something. If you come across 10 non-indigens in Osun State, between 5 and 7 of them are Igbos. I mean, in Osogbo, the state capital, which is where the life is, and Ede, all these places, which is a farming community, by the way. You go to Osogbo, you go to Ede, you go to Kene, all those big mega places. You go there, remove the indigens. Between 5 and 7% of the people controlling businesses, everything there are Igbos. You come to Akure, even as early as the 50s, there are areas in Akure that were being inhabited by Igbos. They started marrying people from there. If you go there, their children still maintain those places today in Akure, true of us.
You're right about
Even
that. You're right
in the
about
market, businesses, most of them are Igbos. Now, you go to Lagos. You and I know that if you are living in Okota, let's say you are living in Agor as an Igbo man, you will spend 15 years, you don't even know how to speak Yoruba. Why? Majority of the people there are Igbos. In fact, Yoruba people will be learning Igbo in that area. Go to Kana Estate, for instance. You will count 20 homes. You've not seen a non-Igbo. You go to Lagos, remove Lagosians. The number of Igbos general in Lagos outnumber other states from the southwest. If you can make the Igbos in Lagos into one state, after the indigenous, we are the highest number. than the entire Oyo State in Lagos, than the entire Ondo State in Lagos, than the entire Osun State in Lagos, than the entire Ogun, which is just at the backyard there, surrounding Lagos by 50%. 50%, about between 35 and 45% of Lagos border Ogun State, or even more. It's not all for dead yet. We have more Igbos than Ogun indigenes in Lagos State. You come to Abuja, still in Lagos, first start, the entire Amuwo Odofin, the real estate made so many new millionaires, like the Bale, all these Oba, all these people.
Yeah.
It made the money. Who were the people buying those lands? Who were the people that developed it there? The Igbos. Why? We are many there. You go to Port Harcourt, it's the same thing. You go to Jos, it's the same thing. You name that major city, Kano, the same thing. Kaduna, the same thing. Maiduguri, the same thing. In Sabongeri, most of the Hausas you see that are speaking Igbo, you see them in Onisha those days. They understand some Igbo words. You ask them, they say, "Oh, I'm with your people in Sabongeri." That's what we are doing there. Now, if we had politicians that have Igbo interests at heart, don't you think they would have educated us with the truth? That way, we have the power to make every damn state governor in any major state in Nigeria. If we had an Igbo political agenda, don't you think if APC as a party refuses to give it to us and we are voting in block like the Northerners, don't you think APC will lose Lagos State? Must. If every Igbo man aged 18 and above registers to vote in Lagos, register to vote, just 60% of them register to vote and cast their vote, they will beat any party. Just the same thing in Kano, because when you check the winning margins, you will see this person won with 4%, this person won with 3%. But we are talking about nearly 8 to 13% of the vote from that state that will be given to you. But we are not using those things to stamp our authority in Nigeria, because everything about our politics is built on a lie, on a fairy tale. Have you seen how we are the ones killing our people?
So about the issue of presidential, the issue of zoning presidential candidates, what about that?
1995 Constitution, which our people call Abacha Constitution. And if you notice, the hatred of Abacha was championed mostly by the Igbos, not even by the Yorubas, whom he had a loggerhead. The Yorubas were in Nadeko, key positions, but they used our strength, our energy to do those things. What did the Abacha Constitution say? It says 5 years for presidency, no double tenure. One tenure, 5 years. And if the president is from the south, the vice must be from the north. And it will be written in the Constitution, or not gentleman agreement. Constitution, it was in that Constitution. If the president, that means in 30 years, the Southeast would have produced one president, one vice president. The Northeast would have produced one president, one vice president. The Northwest would produce one president, one vice president. The Southwest, the South-South, the North Central, one president, one vice president. But our people were the ones that led to the death of that constitution, and we celebrated it. From 1999 till 2023 will be 24 years. Right? Or 26 years.
Yeah.
24 years, Buhari 8 years, PDP 24 years. Yeah. That means by now we would have gotten at least the presidency or the vice, like constitutionally.
Okay. If you think that's the problem, what about the words of Sir Ahmadu Bello?
Ahmadu
Bello, when he clearly told the Fulanis and the Northerners that Nigeria as a whole belongs to them, and that they should
Eh,
strive to see that there is no Igbo presidency. What
my
about those
brother, let me
words?
tell you. Let me tell you now, please. You check the words of our own people that period too. Go and read West African pilots if you can find them. Check the cartoons in West African pilots. Our people had the newspaper then. They were Awolowo and Zik never loved each other, just like Zik and Ahmadu Bello never loved each other. All those things you see were as a result of the animosity between both camps. And at the end of the day, our own people, with what they did in 1966, proved Ahmadu Bello right. And you see why he is respected more than Tafawa Balewa himself in the north. Most of the people you see in the north today are Balewa followers. Have you asked why the middle belt and the people you call South today never felt comfortable with us, still don't feel comfortable with us, but the middle belt you see today are still loyal to the north? You know why? Under Ahmadu Bello as the leader of the northern Nigeria, go as the premier of northern Nigeria, go and check how many people from the present day Kogi, Benue, and Taraba he gave key positions, strong positions, which we did not do in our own side. Even we are still telling our brothers in River State that they are not Igbos, just like the ones in Delta State. So if you are going to talk
Our
what
brothers, sorry to cut you off though, but our brothers in Port Harcourt are the ones who are claiming that they are not Igbos. We are not the one. We are not the
you've
one
not
who is telling them that they are not Igbos.
let
They
me
are the
tell you
one
how
who
it
say that
started.
they are not
My brother,
Igbos.
let me tell you how it started now. You didn't ask yourself how many of them went from Osu, the place you call Osu today, Uguta, Olu, Amiibo, and ended up there. Their own clansmen, the leaders of their clan, gathered, sold them in slavery. You were able to see them there now because when slavery were ended, most of those slaves remained in the slave port where they were. Then some of our own warriors who were not treated well started going to those kings to offer their services to those kings. So when you are saying they are not Igbos, ask yourself, what did our own leaders do to them that even after slavery ended, they refused to come back? You know, we always
Talking
talk.
about the issue of slavery. Is there any documented evidence for what you just said, or is
You are
this
even
is this the normal talk that everybody used to talk?
my brother, if you know your history in your village is passed down, even in the church in your village, if you can still see those churches that were opened in 80 something, try and go to their archives. You will even see some foreign documents like trade, this thing, diaries of traders. They list the places they were coming from. Now, the kings of those places, you go to their homes, you still see the canons the slave masters left there. You see their family, they had strong links with the English rulers, colonial masters. Why would the colonial masters, slave masters be coming to your place if you were not trading slaves? You forgot that those people they dragged, they had cousins, they have nephews, they had nieces, they had uncles who passed these stories down to their people, and you can still see them in ancient documents. You are the one who has not investigated it. If you've done your investigation, all those things, I can give you their names. I have one in my place. Even in those days, everyone knows that these people were trading in slaves. In every state in Igbo land, after the fall of the Aro Confederacy, most of
Yeah.
the Aro men turned into slavery because they even sold their people out. That was why the Oyibo, when they were not comfortable allowing blacksmiths in Igbo land to manufacture guns, they were giving cannons to some people. Those were their slaves, people who worked with them. You go to slave museum in the UK, they will name you the names of the chiefs of the communities they were going. So these things are not hidden. Okay? These things are not hidden. They are not hidden. It is something everyone knows. You get me? You don't, this is not just what Nnamdi Kanu will say without evidence. No, this is evidence, documented evidences. Alright? That is the history we are not being told. The moment you sit down and learn these things, you see that actually there is no problem. Everything you are seeing is a manufactured crisis. Everything. The same people, ask the people, how did Ezeukwuka of Oba became the king of Oba? Ask him how he when did all this monarchy started? Why is it that you cannot trace their kingship to 500 years ago? You cannot trace their kingship pre-colonialization and the invasion of the British in our land.
Yes.
And the British who were trading slaves will not make a man who is not trading slaves a king. Are you understanding it now? This is how all those things happen.
Yeah, but what you said is like a fraction of the truth.
No,
It's
it's
like
the
a
whole truth.
fraction
It's
of
the foundation.
is
No, it's the foundation of the whole truth. So you can start
a
from there
fraction.
and investigate.
Is a fraction. That's why I said it's a fraction of the truth. Because like you said, and which is also right, before the white men came to the eastern part of Nigeria, we don't have anything like kings. There was no kings. Yes, that is right. And the issue of monarchy or kingship started after the Europeans came. So
And armed some people, armed some people,
yes,
took their children to that place to educate. Ask yourself, why is it that during slavery where everyone was chained, go and see the type of homes they were packing them in Badagry, in Ghana, you see, when people talk about Cape Coast, Ghana, no, that place is one of the over 40 established along the West African coast of the Atlantic Ocean.
Coastline. Yeah.
Along over 40, Banche Island, they emptied it. Those, when you hear about North Carolina rice in America, no, we are talking about Banche rice. The people that planted those rice, they were calling North Carolina rice, were taken from Banche Island. All these things. Now, how come when those slaves were in ships, jam-packed, the children of those kings were in the captain's cabin doing whatever they were doing, and the captains were doing to them what you call buck breaking. That buck breaking is men penetrating their fellow men. Are you now surprised that today most of the people trying to push that thing to you came from the families of those people that work with white men, families of the people you call your kings? Go and check most of those your paramount rulers. Their children are doing that. They passed it down generation to generation, and no one is talking about it. Why were they taken there to be educated, then brought back too? Why the others were in chains? If they were not working with them, why the others were in chains? Huh? Are you understanding me? Are you getting what is going on? So don't say this is not.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
This is the foundation. This is the foundation of everything. All these crimes, all this evil you are seeing. See, I will not put it beyond Ezeukwuka of Oba being a cannibal before he died. Say I said it. And if they push it too much, I'm going to call some people names too. Someone in Obosi also. And all this evil you are seeing didn't start today. Didn't start today. There is a reason, there is a concerted effort to dump us down, because our leaders know that the moment we open our eyes, all their homes will be down and their children, everyone will leave town. Will leave town. And that is why they
So
are
coming
trying
to
hard. Go
go
on.
ahead, finish up, finish up. I
No,
wanted
that's
to
why
add
they are
something, but finish
trying
up.
very hard to make sure that education is expensive. So you don't get educated. Public education needs to die. Some people will be shouting, oh, Oyibo people, they remove history in our school. It's a lie. Now your own leaders remove history because, like people from the north, the emir of Zaza was one of the biggest slave traders. The emir of Gwandu then was using, this emblem, insignia on Israeli flag that they call Star of
Yeah,
David.
yeah.
How can somebody, a Muslim
Pentacle.
emir, how can a Muslim emir be using it to stamp his slave receipts? Who was he working with? Who was he working with? Are you understanding? So those men will not want history to be in school because it will expose them. They are the people who are going to lose most from it. The white men are putting theirs in the museum, everything. Did they put any museum? Because if they are put any museum, you will see that the parents of all these people you are seeing were slave traders. And that was why they were able to get access to, sometimes that time, now it's oil. Then it was palm oil. When you process your palm oil, you must sell it to your king. And he will buy it at any price he likes. Then he will push it to the white men. Then they will pay him handsomely. They will give him guns. Then he will give the guns to the children of the poor who are physically strong and give them a position. Those people know that the only way they can they can hold on to this position is to be as deadly, as evil as possible. They will use violence to protect it. Does it sound like what your politicians are doing today?
Of course.
Because it's the same people doing it.
Of course. Let me
Yes.
give space for someone else who has another contribution to
I don't have
come
any
in.
other one else. I just want to end this here. I love our conversation. The way
Okay,
we have this
okay.
conversation, no
Thank
insults,
you,
nothing. It's very mature.
thank you,
You're
thank you
welcome.
for the time, though,
Thank
and
you, my brother.
thank you for the education as well.
You're welcome, my
Yeah,
brother.
because me myself, I'm a student of life, and I really like to learn. But I don't really like your approach. I don't really like your approach. When I dropped that comment, what were the crimes of Nnamdi Kanu? The way your first approach to that question
No, if you ask, when I'm
is
teaching,
not well supplied.
no, when I'm teaching,
I'm sorry to say
no,
that,
no,
though,
no, use any
because
word, my brother. I don't, I, it's not, I, no, 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 I don't have any
yeah,
problem.
because you are a teacher. Me myself also, I'm a teacher with the little I know. So when you come across questions like that, the characteristics of you being a good teacher is just for you to try to bring that question down calmly
No,
and
I
not
wasn't teaching that,
aggressively.
but I wasn't teaching then. The question came in the heat of the moment, and I need to use
Okay.
the energy I was with then. So it's better the way we ahead. So it's better you came now, we discuss. You understand? Like if you had those things you are saying now, if you had typed them, I wouldn't know if you typed them out of anger because text don't have sound.
Yeah, yeah,
It is
yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever sound I wanted to read in my head. That is why
Yes,
get out could be an insult and it could be a statement. But when you hear
yes.
it from someone, when someone writes get out, you don't know, like I'll be talking like this now, you just say, man, get out of here. But you heard my voice, you heard the sound, you know this is where I'm
Yeah,
coming from. But when it's written, you can't tell. Especially when you have a lot of people coming to attack you for no reason. That is how it is. So don't judge me too hard on that. Before you go, I like your shirt, by the way, nice shirt.
thank you.
That one there.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Keep
much.
up the good work.
Thank you so much. You can
I'm
inbox me.
still following
You
you.
can inbox me. You can inbox me your number on the page on this
Yeah,
undiluted truth. Go to
yeah,
undiluted, inbox me your number. Anything we'll be talking at the background. Anything you know, like any research material you need, I'll be willing to furnish you with it.
yeah, yeah. I will appreciate that. I will appreciate that.
Yeah.
I like information because information is key. And
It's power.
information is liberation. Information
It's
is
power.
liberation as well. And
Yes.
information is the first key to emancipation.
Yes.
So I'm still following your story about Jeremiah Motors.
Don't worry, that
But
one
but
we are on it.
let's not talk about that here though.
Yes, we are on it. We are on it. No backing down.
Okay, okay.
Thank you so much, my
Thank you
brother, for
very
a
much for
wonderful
your time.
contribution. I appreciate you. You're my
Yeah,
favorite caller
peace,
today. Yeah,
peace
peace.
and love. Yeah.
Yeah, bye, baby. I want to say, yeah, brother. I say, yeah, baby, man. Yeah, they no go the young rubbish. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of the program this morning. You say how it's ended. Very good, quiet. It ended intelligently. We are not here to fight anyone. We are here to just say the truth. If you have a superior argument to ours, please bring it. If your argument is superior to ours, we will succumb, we will surrender. This is how conversations are meant to be. Don't mind those ones that are telling you fight, fight, war, war, war. It's only a criminal that wants people to fight instead of talking, because if you talk too long, you may end up exposing him. All right. Thank you so much for being a part of the program, everyone. Remember, this evening, 8 p.m. Nigerian time, I'm going to be on private television to talk about the insecurity in Nigeria and the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari and corruption fight. Okay? So join us. I hope you join us on private television today at 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Hopefully, I'll be there to offer my views. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of the show. I love you all.